action. Unfortunately, we're going to be losing a tenant in one of our buildings. They're expanding. They're in about 18,000 feet now. They're going about 35,000 feet. We couldn't keep them because we didn't have the space to accommodate them, which is one of the only reasons we really ever lose any tenants. We just don't have the space because we're full. So these guys, we were knocking on doors and we came across them, and they're going gangbusters and they're growing a lot. And it's really interesting when you walk into a space and you see what's going on. I mean, it looked like a tiny little version of Apple or Google or Facebook or Microsoft or something. You got a bunch of young, sort of hipster-esque guys and girls sitting on a bunch of Macs, and all they're doing all day is just like coding on Amazon, and they're just launching products that they sell. So they buy the products from China or Malaysia or wherever, and they resell them on Amazon, and that's their whole business model. They also do 3PL or third-party logistics for a bunch of customers of theirs they have contracts with. So they'll do skincare, hair care, makeup, even like food products and things like that, electronics, accessories. A good example of something that they would have is this case that I've got right here on my phone. If I pop it off real quick, you'll see it has a stand. So you can stand it up, you can lay it down, and these things sell like hotcakes, and people love them, and they sell, millions of them a year on Amazon. So a lot of these companies like will pop up and they'll start taking market share. So they're growing, they're doubling in size, more than doubling in size. They're spending over $1 million on their office build out in their new location. They really care about their employees, which is why they're spending so much money. They're gonna air condition the warehouse, which is a huge expense. And it's all for the employees and the products as well, to keep them out of the humidity and moisture that we have here in South Florida. Just another example of knocking on doors, finding out what people are up to. Based on my interaction with these guys, which are e-commerce guys, and a few other deals we've done, and a few deals we've actually lost for e-commerce guys, there's a lot of e-commerce guys like they're in 75,000 feet in Tamarack, and you would never know that they're in there. There's very few cars. There's a couple of people on computers programming all day and loading things on Amazon. He's got his own label, which he sells. He manufactures in China and sells it on Amazon all over the world. And there's just a ton of those guys that have 30, 50, 100, 200,000 feet that you've never really heard of. E-commerce is a huge industry, and Amazon and Jet, which is owned by Walmart, Wayfair, and a few of the others are the ones you hear about, but the ones you don't hear are the off-name brand companies, and those are the ones that I really want to target. So I'm gonna work really hard on making sure I have all of the e-commerce companies' contact information for all the employees that matter that I care about in a spreadsheet, in a CRM, then I'll make sure I'm gonna mail them, and I'll make sure that they see my properties, so when they're ready to make a move, it's to one of my locations.